Hari Om. A warm welcome to all devotees who have gathered at Chinmaya Prakash zone to celebrate the auspicious Ganpati Utsav and to listen to enlightening talk by Sri Kamal Chaudhary ji on Ganpati, the supreme reality known with names and forms. We are thrilled to have you here to seek the blessings of Lord Ganesha and to explore the depths of the Vedantic wisdom. Let's immerse ourselves in the divine presence and absorb the profound insights that Sri Kamal Chaudhary ji will share with us. To give a small background about Sri Kamal Chaudhary ji, who will be giving the discourse today. Kamal ji is a master mariner by profession. He served as a captain in merchant marine ships, sailing the 7 seas. He is a first generation entrepreneur, establishing Sadhav Group of companies, owning, operating, building, and repairing ships and boats in India and abroad. He is the CMD of a NSE listed company, Sadhav Shipping. He has handed over the business to his son and daughter and only oversees in advisory role. Kamalji also heads a charitable organization, Shraddha Foundation, working for cancer patients, accommodating about 250 patients and their relatives every day in 5 care homes in Mumbai and Bhubaneswar for the last 30 years. Kamalji has undergone a 2-year residential Vedanta course in Sandipani Sadhanalaya in Chinmaya Ashram, Mumbai. He has dedicated his life to studying and teaching Vedanta scriptures such as Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, and other texts. He lives as a Vanprasthi in Mumbai and Rishikesh. Hari Om Kamalji, over to you.
We'll start. भद्रं पश्येमाक्षवीरजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः वसेम देवैतं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धस्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्ताक्षो अरिष्टनेमि स्वस्ति नोर्बृहस्पतिर्ददातु ओम शांति 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 Hari Om. It's an auspicious day today. We have invited the most celebrated Ganpati Maharaj to our center. The beautiful Murti here, so magnificent, and the posture is so good. At this time we are very blessed to have such big Murti also here. Now we have also done Prana Pratishtha yesterday. Swamiji was here, he has done Prana Pratishtha. This Murti is no more only a Murti, it is alive, he has life in it. So we are doing the Puja, Archana, Arti every day. This puja we are doing as if Gauri Nandan Ganesh is us. We are doing the puja here. Same way, thousands of people all over Bombay, in their homes also, they are doing the same puja. In the community halls also, on the streets also, you'll find there are many people are doing the same puja. So what do we think? Ganpati ji here, or Ganpati is in everybody's house, or in the streets also? Not only that, throughout the world also, it's a universal. You will find everywhere the Hindus are there, so they are also worshipping. Yesterday I saw some group, in Thailand also they are doing the worshipping of Ganpati. So each Ganpati is ours, in the center, he is with us, our Ganpati, or he is everywhere. We see Aneka Rupa, or he is universal without Rupa. There are three things that we see. Ganpati is ours, my Ishtadevata, so we see in one Rupa, Eka Rupa Bhagavan. Then we see Ganpati or any Bhagavan for that matter, whatever you are worshipping, you see everywhere. In all places, all creatures, or even the trees and plants and animals, everywhere you see the Bhagavan. That Vishwarupa Bhagavan, Anek Rupa. So Eka Rupa here, you have Aneka Rupa also. But is Ganpati also Aneka Rupa alone? There is another level. It's called Arupa. That means he has no Rupa. So when we are worshipping Ganpati, first we are telling that you are the Brahman, isn't it? The Brahman, there is no Rupa, there is no form there. Okay? So these three levels of thinking that we must have, and depending on our spiritual evolution, we'll pray him accordingly. Whatever is we can do, we can do. Okay. Yeah. So this Ganpati, who is with us today, for us he has got a form, and he is Eka Rupa Bhagavan for us. When we see Ganpati in many places, he is Aneka Rupa Bhagavan. When you visualize him as without form, without names and forms and attributes, then he is Arupa Bhagavan. So what we are worshipping here is all the three levels, depending on our own spiritual evolution. How much we know, how much we are able to understand. According to that, we will see that Bhagavan in that way. So, he is Saguna Sakara Bhagavan. He has Guna, he has Rakara, so he is Saguna Sakara Bhagavan. Or he can be Nirguna Nirakara Bhagavan, any of them. So, we have a doubt. Many people have the doubt. Whether Bhagavan is our Bhagavan or everybody's Bhagavan or no Rupa, these are all doubts come to our mind. And that doubt is comprehensively addressed by one Upanishad, which you are holding today. Ganapati Atharvasisya Upanishad. Now, this is the origin of this Ganapati Atharvasisya. It is from where? From Atharva Veda, isn't it? So this is part of the Atharva Veda. Atharva Veda is one last Veda, out of the four Vedas, Atharva Veda last. Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, Atharva Veda, so it's the last. Rig Veda by itself is the first, so it is dating back to almost 5,000 years back, when even the today's modern Europe was in the Stone Age, living in the jungles, out of the making wood fire and killing the animals. That time India was so prosperous, not only materially but also in terms of knowledge. All types of knowledge was available here. Our rishis and munis and done tapasya. Tapasya is nothing but research in ourselves, in the inner self. And they have developed such knowledge that even today, in the total world also, people are not able to understand what is these Vedas, what is these Upanishads, how the knowledge could come to this level. So this is what is the development of the Upanishads. Now Atharvasisya. is from Atharva Veda. Atharva Veda means what? Athar means थर होता है ना, थरता है, मतलब ट्रेम्बलिंग, यू नो. कभी कभी तुम्हारा डर हो जाता है तो भय होता है तो थर जाते हो. कभी बहुत खुश हो कभी यू नो यू स्टार्ट ट्रेम्बलिंग लाइक दैट, यू नो, shivering and trembling, you know. So na thar is athar. That means this Veda, if you study, then you are devoid of the extremities of bhaya and also the sukha and dukkha, sorrows and pleasures and all that, you know. So you will not be scared. You will not be trembling with joy, I mean with sorrow or with very happy. You will be standardized. You will be also, Atharva also stands for stability. Stability in our knowledge systems, in our sadhana also, in our teachings, in our Guru Sishya Parampara. So in that, Atharva means you will be stable in whatever you are doing. Suppose you are doing some sadhana, so puja or archana or japa or dhyana, you should do that every day, same time, same place, for a particular period of time. Not that you will do the sadhana today, ध्यान किया तो एक आधा घंटा किया तो बाद में फिर भूल जाता है, next week करेगा. Not like that. You have to be stable. You have to be regular practice in your sadhana. Same. So Atharva gives you the stability. So now Ganpati Atharva Shishya is a Upanishad which is a mantra rupa Upanishad. It's mantra pradhan. It is for upasana. It is not for explaining or not like other Upanishads, you know, lot of knowledge is there. It's not like that. It's a mantra rupa. So that's why when you chant this Upanishad, then you derive the blessings of the Lord. This is the Upanishad. So millions of people are chanting and they are deriving the benefits, the grace of the Lord. This Upanishad has got 10 anubakas or paragraphs and followed by Phalastuti. There is a result what you will get that. We normally don't look at the phala. We must first work for it, then only we deserve something to get. So you see what is the mantra first, mantras. But one thing good about this Upanishad is that it praises Ganpati. Ganpati he is praised as at all levels, as I told you, at the Brahman level, at every level, and also as Ishta Devata or as a Manusya Rupa also it prays. And the beauty also is that this Upanishad encompasses all philosophies of our region, all types, because we have a number of schools of thought. So many, you will have different philosophies are there, different schools of thoughts are there, different paramparas are there. People worship, somebody worshipping Shankarji, somebody worshipping Vishnu, so Vaishnavas, Saktas, and you know, Saivites, and so many different groups are there. But philosophy wise, this Upanishad caters to all philosophies, all paramparas. There is no distinction between anybody. So, and apart from that, this Upanishad also, you know, takes us to the highest level of philosophy and teaches of the Mahavakyas also. Mahavakyas like Tattvamasi or even Ayamatma Brahma, the four Mahavakyas. Any of these Mahavakyas are applicable to this. Directly it is telling us in the Upanishads. And also it is coming down to the level of our human form also. So we can see Ganpatiji in the human form also. And the human form has got a different look, different way, different hands, legs, and feet, stomach, and so many different forms are there. But all of them are also, they have got symbols. They are symbols, and you can, if you know the meaning of the symbols, then you will be joyful. You should understand. So this, in the beginning, that's why we did a invocation of Bhadram Karnevi. Now Bhadram Karnevi is an invocation which is applicable to Atharva Veda. Almost all the Upanishads of Atharva Veda are, this Mangal Stuti is there, this invocation is there. This is a peace invocation. So you will find after the invocation, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Now, this starts at Bhadram Karnevi Shruniyama Deva. So my talk is based on Atharva Shirsha and also a little bit of this thing. So I am just giving a synopsis, little bit of, I will not go in details of this, but I will pick up some of the part of the mantras and explain to you, so that you have an overview or knowledge of the Atharva Shirsha Upanishad. Okay. So this Santipata, the Bhadram Karnevi Shruniyama Deva, means what? It means let noble thoughts, let my ears listen to auspicious things. My ears listen to. But then here it is saying that Bhadram Karnevi. Karnevi means many karnas, many ears. It's a plural. So it is not only 2 ears that will listen. So you must have a third eye. Third, like Mahadeva has got a third eye, so you must have a third ear. That means an inner ear. You should also feel, you should perceive that whatever is coming to you from all sides, you must hear from the inner thing. Hridaya mein aana chahiye. That is Bhadram Karnevi Shruniyama Deva, Bhadram Pasyema Akshavira Jatra. So you also you pray to the Lord that let me also hear and see all the noble thoughts, auspicious things, let me see. Same way, it is saying that Sthirairangai Stuštubhagam Sastanuvi Vasema Devahitam Yadayu. Then after that it is praying Indra also, Indra and Surya and all this Brihaspati, all of them should bless me. So in the beginning itself we are praying to all of them. In the next paragraph, Santipata, first paragraph rather, Namaste Om Namaste Ganapataye. First you are starting with Ganapataye. Why do you Namaste? Namaste you do to somebody who is higher level, who has got more knowledge or is noble. So Ganpati you are doing prayer for that. And see, in these Upanishads, you understand that Upanishads come with a band. They come to the highest level first. So he is not starting with Ganpati has come with like an elephant head and 4 hands and all. That description is not here. Upanishad starting is Tvameva Pratyaksham Tattvamasi. First, Tattvamasi is the first, is the Mahavakya is coming in the first sloka itself, first mantra. So he's saying you are that directly, I can see you as Tattvamasi. Tattvamasi. Tat means that, Tvam means you, and Asi means you are the same. You and me are the same. That is the Mahavakya. So in the beginning itself he is coming with a bang that you are the Tattvamasi, you are the Brahman. And after that he is saying Tvameva Kevalam Kartasi. You are alone the doer. Can you accept that? Some of you must have prepared some prasad here, some modak or something. You will say, I have done this. People have that, I have done some kheer or modak, or I have done so much work I have done, prepared the asthana here. But have you done this? Can you do that whole thing completely? Your modak will come, you have say, you have the milk, you have the ghee, you have the atta, all that is put together. Many things are put together. Say, suppose milk. Are you producing the milk? Are you creating the milk? No. That milk is coming from a cow. The cow also we worship. That cow also cannot exist without, say, eating grass. And the grass is coming from the earth. So earth we take as one of the Panchamahutas. So without the earth also, the grass will not be there, the cow will not be there, the milk will not be there, you cannot make modak. So your karta bhava, that is very misnomer. You are only a instrument which is, because of Bhagavan's grace you are able to do. That's all. So that should come to your mind for everything that you do. Not only doing, for all the actions that you do, Tvameva Kavalam Dhartasi, you are upholding everything. You are the sustainer of everything. And um, then all that is going on, then goes Tvameva Sarvam Kalvidam Brahmasi. You are the Brahman also. Everywhere you see, I am seeing you there. So what a beautiful way of presentation in the Upanishad. If you can understand the meaning, then you will expand your thinking, expand your vision itself. Next is coming, he is telling that Brahman, as I told you, is a that Brahman, when you say Brahma, Brihadat Brahma, big. Brahma means बहुत बड़ा है. But that बड़ा जो है, बृहद जो है, it is not a ball. Normally we say, suppose this chair is small or big, you can say. You can have a big chair which is very big one. So comparative. But Brahma is not used as a adjective. It is used as a noun. Brahma means Brahma, Brihat, big. How big it is not told. So we take it as the infinite. There is no limit to this Brahman. So, and then he is saying, Tvam Sakshat Atmasi Nityam. You are alone my Atma, Nitya Atma. You are eternal self. So you are everywhere, you are there, and you are also in me. That means I am also that same Brahman. Ritam Bachmi, Satyam Bachmi. So Satyam normally we think is the truth. Okay? But what is Ritam? Ritam is the truth derived from the Vedas, Sabda Pramana, from the sources of knowledge. That is, Vedas we take as the ultimate source of knowledge. So whatever is there, the truth is in the Vedas, that we take as Pramana also. So Ritam Bachmi, Satyam Bachmi. Then he says, Abatvam. Abba means protect. You protect me. Can you? And then he says, you protect me. Then Abba Bhaktaram, Abba Srotaram, Abba Dhataram, Abba Dhataram. You protect everybody. So why he is telling like that? So that when he says Abba Tvam Mam, you protect me. Can I exist or can I do anything? Can I function without the protection of the Lord anywhere? Suppose I am walking on the road, and while walking on the road, you in the rainy season, you will have some roads are flooded. There can be a tree can fall also. So who will protect you? Bhagavan will protect you. Without the grace, you are never protected. There can be water on the street. A manhole could be open and still you don't know. Your foot can go in. You can go down alone. So protection has to be there all the time. Without his protection, you cannot exist. Your existence also depending on him. Same way, he is talking of protecting the Srota, the Bhakta, and the Data, Dhata, Sishyas, everything. After that, he is telling also, you protect me from all sides. Abha Purostat, Abha Paschatat, Abha Taratat, Abha Dharatat. That means east, west, north, south, top, bottom, everywhere. Everywhere I require protection from all directions. I cannot exist, function without your protection from all sides. That means ek dig banda kar diya, everywhere. All the obstacles should be removed for me from all sides. Then we have, after the protection, he says, we pray to Ganpati. Tvam Bangmaya, Tvam Chinmaya. So Bangmaya means what? You are the Lord of the speech. You are the speech itself. And Tvam Chinmaya, now you know the meaning of Chinmaya or Gurudev. So he is the consciousness. Chit Maya. Chinmaya by Sanskrit it becomes Chinmaya, but Chit plus Maya. Maya means present everywhere. Everywhere is there. So the consciousness is there everywhere. And also that speech, also you are the Bangmaya. Then he says, Tam Brahmamaya. So everywhere you are also there as Brahman. Finally he said, Tvam Satchidananda Dityosi. Tvam Satchidananda Advitiyasi. When you are reading Satchidananda Advitiya, you are Advitiya, you are one, you are not two, one Brahman alone. And that Satchidananda, what is Satchidananda? Sat plus Chit plus Ananda. Sat is existence, Chit is consciousness, Ananda is the bliss. This also, in Taittiriya Upanishad also is there, same Brahman is described as Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam Brahma. Jnanam is consciousness, knowledge, knowing. And Anantam means that is also infinite. And then he says, you are Jnanamaya, Vijnanamaya. Not only you are knowledge, also Vijnana. That means applied knowledge. So, this is the way in this paragraph he is describing himself. We go to the next one. Sarvam Jagadidam Tattva Jayate. That means the entire world has sprung from you. Jayate means Janma Huya. It is created. How it is created? The entire world is created. And then he says that the whole world is resting on you and the earth, and how it is happening. Because you see, what is the world? How the world has been created from the Bhagavan. Bhagavan is one only. One is Nirguna Nirakara Bhagavan. Then he, वो जैसे हम एक wish करते हैं ना, तो ऐसे ही he desires, he wishes that let me be many. Because alone is not good, I will make a creation, let me be many. So with his wish, he creates many. And for that, how does he do? It is through his own power. Own power is Maya. Maya is Brahmasraya. It is it's the power of Brahman itself. So it is not separate, but he is using the Maya for creation. So Brahman itself remains as one only. It is not becoming two or many, but because with his power of Maya, it is creating the samsara. But samsara, first he creates the Panchamahabhutas, then everything else is created. So this is what he is saying, that you Sarvam Jagadidam Tattva Tishtati, Sarvam Jagadidam Tvai Layam Yasyati. All this paragraph is there. So Maya is, what I told you, is responsible for the creation. Because that Nirguna Nirakara Bhagavan creates the entire universe utilizing the power of Maya. That Maya Shakti is derived from Brahman itself. Okay? And that, but then it has got Trigunatmika Maya, Brahmasraya Maya. That means from that, there only the Triguna starts. Triguna is what? Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. The guna starts from there only. Then everything else in the universe is having that gunas. Everything, whatever you see, everybody and everything, everyone is having that Triguna. So that is what Trigunatmika Maya. So, but then next paragraph he says, Tvam Gunatrayatita. See, first he is saying, because he is created first. Then he is saying that Tvam Gunatrayatita. That means you are beyond the three gunas. See, gunas of Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, you are beyond that. So how is contradicting? There is no contradiction. But it is presented in such a way that the Brahman, then the Srishti has taken place, and Maya has come with three gunas, and then he's saying that you are three gunas, trigunatita. That means you don't have these gunas. And then he's saying also, tam avastha trayatita. Now you, all of you have studied what is the avastha? Three avasthas. Yes, Jagrat, Swapna, Susupti avastha. So three avastha also, you are not in this avastha. Then what happens to avastha? Then what is he? He is beyond the three avasthas. That I will tell what avastha is that. That we know, Turiyam. Okay? Then he said, Tam Deha Trayatita. Deha means three bodies. Stula, Sukshma. Oh yeah, no. All of you are knowing, but then this Upanishad itself is telling us that. So you connect the Upanishads to whatever you have studied in Vedanta nowadays. Okay? Then he is saying, Tam Kala Trayatita. What is Kala? Trikala. No? Past, present and future. You are beyond the kalas. Huh? So, Tam Muladhara Sthitosi Nityam. Muladhara Chakra, you are always there. So, like that is described. Then he says, you are everything. He is coming down to the next level. Tam Brahma, Tam Vishnu, Tam Rudras, Tam Indras. Huh? Bolo, chant karo. Ayustam Suryastam Chandramastam Brahma Bhurbuva Swaram. So he is coming down to the level of Devatas. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, Surya, Chandram, they are not the Supreme Lord. They are at the manifested Lord. So Bhagavan, that Supreme Lord, has manifested, Narayan has manifested these lords, utilizing the Maya. Because Bhagavan Sri Krishna does that as Manava Rupa or any Rupa for that matter. When he comes down to this level, then he is having the Triguna also. At this, all the Devatas will have the Gunas also. Huh? So, at this level, he is telling, you are Brahma, you are Vishnu, you are Surya, you are Chandrama, everything you are. And then he is telling, Tvam Brahma Bhurbhuva Swaram. That means you are the three lokas also. You are at the Bhuloka, you are at the Antariksha Loka, you are at the Swarga Loka also. All the three lokas also you are pervading everywhere. Okay? So this is what next. Then you will come to, so this is the trinity of Brahma, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, and then all the Devatas came. So this manifested form, you have the first Paramatma Brahma, then you have the Devatas, then you will have Manusya, then you will have the animals, then you will have other levels of Srishti. Okay? So he is coming down one by one. First starting with the Tattvamasi, Tam Tattvamasi. So now the interesting part is that all pervading Brahman, now he is taking the form of a human being. Okay? He assumes the terrestrial form on the earth. He is known to us as Ganpati. And in the Ganpati, he is telling that Om Gang Ganpataye Namaha. So Ga is the beginning, then Anuswara, Visarga is Madhyama, and after that, subsequently all that is coming. So in the name itself, he also, you are there. Not only in the form, but also in the name also you are present. After that, he comes to the, he is saying that Ganpati, Ganesh Vidya was inspired by Ganagrishi. From Ganagrishi karke likha hai na, Ganagrishi. So with that Vidya, we can meditate on him, Ganeshji, and we meditate in the beginning at the Manusya Rupa. Because this he is available to us to meditate. We can see him, you can either on his head or his trunk or hands or whatever part of the body of Ganeshji you can meditate. And if you meditate on him, then you will be able to get better understanding and jnana. But then at that time, what he is doing, he is describing also the Ganapatika Rupa. It is a Manusya form, that whatever you see in front of us is a Manusya Rupa. In that, he is telling that he is a Ekadanta, Ekadanta means one tooth. Why one tooth? He is broke. That is the story. But the meaning, see, I'll tell you also little bit of the symbolism that is involved. Ekadanta means one tooth is broken, that is one. That means he is Advitiya Brahma. There is no two. He is one only. Same way, he has 4 hands. Like Brahma, Narayan, Vishnu has also 4 hands. He is holding Sankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. Same way, here also, and different things he is holding there. He can perform in the Manusya Rupa also, he can perform. Then he has, he holds a noose, on the right shoulder. That is to discipline others also. Anybody doing some mistake, he can also chabuk marega, that is a noose in that. He can, like they put a passer, they take it round and round and then put it and then pull it like that, they can catch hold of anybody doing something wrong. Then they are saying that you like red flowers, and your Rakta Chandana, Rakta Basa, your clothes also red and flowers also red, everything is red, red, red. So that Ganpati likes the red color most. And then comes this pot belly. Itna bada belly kyun hai? See, you consume things. You consume all the things in the world. Ganpati doesn't tell that I will not take this, I will not. Everybody is equal from him, so he accepts everything from everybody. But he is able to digest also. He is able to digest. So this pot-bellied is indicating that he has the capacity to hold on to everything. Then he has huge ears. Let me start with the other one. The head itself. The head itself, he got an elephant head, a big head. Why the head is like this? Because head stands for the holding your knowledge, holding your intellect, buddhi. So he is buddhiman. Actually, Ganpati we worship for buddhi. So he is buddhiman. He is having a lot of intelligence. Then that intelligence, how does he use? He uses with his discrimination. Power of buddhi also stands for power of discrimination. That is viveka. See, he uses the viveka. And how does he use viveka? How it is symbolized here? See, he has got a big trunk, huge trunk. But the trunk has the capability to break trees and all that, he can destroy. Big things he can destroy. But the same trunk has the capability to pick up a needle also. How does he do that? It is still beyond our comprehension. How the trunk is there, then how can he pick up a needle and give it back also? And coconut also he picks up and gives to the mouth. Small flowers also he can pick up. If anybody gives a gift to him, then he'll pick up with a small thing also give to the mouth. So he has the capacity to discriminate. That discrimination is being shown here as the big, the capacity to break trees and pick up the needle. This is the difference that he has got. Sukshma buddhi and Sthula buddhi. Everything is there. Then he has also that Viveka buddhi is there. Power of discrimination. That huge power of discrimination also is symbolized by the huge trunk. That trunk is there. Then that he is not unsettled by anything. Whatever he does is ekdam sthanu. He is not running around here with this thing. And also you remember he has got a bahan. That musika is there. Musika is a small one. And Ganpati is huge. So how does he ride on that musika? So that is the difference that they are showing, that he can utilize anything, whatever is available, he can utilize and still continue to do his duties. That mouse, it is karta. It can nibble away things, and not only food, anything, it can cut the carpet also, it can cut your clothes also. Whatever your life savings also can be nibbled away by the little mouse. But that mouse stands for desire. Mouse stands for desire. Kamana jo hota hai. He can do anything wrong anywhere. But when the desire is under control, when the desire is control under the supervision, then that mouse is Chota mouse. He only looks at Ganpati and he looks at the Modak only. He is not taking the Modak also. He is not consuming the Modak also. So that is why, because the surveillance of Ganpati ji, वो उसको डिसिप्लिन लगा के इधर बैठा के रखा है. So he will not take the Modak also there. So this is the power of Ganpati ji in that state. So now we have seen that Ganpati ji at all levels, Brahman to entire Vishwa and also at the Manushya Rupa. So it is choice is ours, what we accept. The choice is ours. We take him as Saguna Sakar Bhagavan, and we look at all his features of his body and pray him. There also you can utilize your symbolism, whatever I talked. You can know why these symbols are there. Then you can also use and pray him. And also you can see as in a many rupas, aneka rupa at everywhere. At the same time, you can meditate upon him utilizing some of these mantras like Tattvamasi, Tangbamasi, all that mantras you can utilize and meditate upon him, so that you also become knowledgeable. You also gain knowledge. Gain knowledge means jnana prapti hota hai. And the one who knows this jnana is, you can become one with the Brahman also. The knower of Brahman becomes Brahman. Brahmavid Brahmeva Bhavati. The knower of Brahman becomes Brahman. It's a contradiction, you see. Suppose I know the chair, I don't become the chair. But if you know the Brahman, you become Brahman. That is the beauty of it. So, this choice is ours. Now, recently we had been to Chinmaya Vibhuti. We have a nice Ganpati Mandir there. Guruji has kindly named it Pranam Ganesh. Is it Pranam Ganesh Mandir? What is Pranam Ganesh? Pranam means Onkara. Onkara by itself is a symbol. Like Ganpati you are taking a symbol, same way Onkara is also a symbol. That Onkara symbol has 3 padas, 4 padas actually. O, U, Ma. O stands for your waking state, and U stands for the dream state, and Ma stands for the deep sleep state. Then they say it is 4 padas. How does it become 4 padas? See, when you chant Om, between the 2 Oms, there is a gap, there is a silence. That silence is the, there is nothing, there is no word, there is no sabda. So that is Amatra. It's called Amatra. So that Amatra is the silence, and that silence is the Turiyam. That is the Brahman. So as you live in this world, every day you are these 3 states of Jagrata and Swapna and Swapna Susupti, but you also have that Turiyam, that Brahman in you all the time. You are not away from it. And that Turiyam state, that consciousness, we can call it consciousness, we can call it Brahman or whatever, that is there in the silence. And that silence is present in all 3 avasthas also. It is not that only during that silence time the Brahman is there. It is there all the time. So when we do say dhyana, so you must come to silence. That silence also brings you inward. See, spiritual sadhana, you must become introvert. You must go inside, inner side, and then think of it. Okay, when you are doing dhyana, you may take one mantra or form or whatever you do dhyana on that. But then you must go inward. because Bhagavan is here also. So that silence is a must, and that silence is symbolized by Amatra, and that silence is also the Brahman. So one must try to see this Brahman in that Omkara. See this Omkara, as I told you, 3 levels. In the first 2 levels, that means the Jagrata Avastha and the Sapna Avastha, this is a Karya Brahma. Karya means actual things are happening. Something you are seeing, the world is there, is working. So this is active, action is happening. But this action is coming from the Karana Brahma. Karana Brahma is the Susupti Avastha. Okay? But that Brahman is beyond this Karya Karana. Karya Karana Vilakshana Brahman. That Turiya, that Brahman is Karya Karana. It's not there, nothing is there. There is no Karya, there is no Karana. Like you saw, Brahman doesn't do anything. But Bhagavan does everything. Vishnu is creating. So he is the Karana. And the world is created. He is the Karya. But Bhagavan Param Brahma is Nirguna Nirakara. Akarta Avakta. So this is the same way in this symbol of Om also. And the same Om is Pranava. And that Pranava Ganesha is established in our Chinmaya Vibhuti. Now with this we will complete, and let's pray with the last pada. Let's pray this Ganpati. Om Namo Bratapataye, Namo Ganapataye, Namo Pramatapataye, Namastestu Lambodharaya, Ekadantaya, Vignanasine, Shivasutaya, Sri Varadamurtaye Namaha. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Any doubts or questions? All of you are, long associated with Chinmaya Mission. You know Vedanta very well, but I just try to explain, because we have been chanting this Ganapati Atvarasisya. Many people are chanting, but not everybody knows the meaning. So I thought I'll talk on that, and I think our understanding of Ganapati will be better with this. Mariam.
Thank you very much, Kamalji, for explaining us the detailed Atharvashirsha in such a simple and lucid language. So we have been chanting Atharvashirsha on the first day. Today we have got the meaning of it. So this will help us to contemplate on Atharvashirsha. Thank you very much. I would now request everybody to stand up for the Aarti. We'll do the Aarti, and then the Prasad distribution will happen. Hari Om.
If you have been feeling underconfident because you're not able
सुख करता दुख हरता वार्ता विघ्नाची नुरवी पूर्वी प्रेम कृपा जयाची
सर्वांगी सुंदर उटिशेंदुराची कंठी झळके माळ मुक्ता फळाची जय देव जय देव
जय देव जय देव जय मंगल मूर्ती दर्शन मात्रे मन कामना पूर्ती जय देव जय देव रत्न खचित फरा तुझ गौरी कुमरा चंदनाची उटी कुमकुम केशरा
हिरे जडित मुकुट शोभतो भरा झुणझुणती नूपुरे चरणी घागरिया जय देव जय देव
जय देव जय देव जय मंगल मूर्ती दर्शन मात्रे मन कामना पूर्ती जय देव जय देव लंबोदर पीतांबर फणीवर बंधना सरळ सोंड वक्र तुंड द्रियनयना
दास रामाचा वाट पाहे सदना संकटी पावावे निर्वाणी रक्षावे सुरवर वंदना जय देव जय देव
जय देव जय देव जय मंगल मूर्ती दर्शन मात्रे मन कामना पूर्ती जय देव जय देव टांगण वदीन चरण डोळ्यान पाहिन रूप तुझे प्रेमे आलिंगन आनंदे पूजिन भावे ओवाळीन म्हणे नमा त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बंधुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रवणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रिये वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृति स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायति समर्पयामि अच्युतं केशवं राम नारायणं कृष्ण दामोदरं वासुदेवं हरिं श्रीधरं माधवं गोपिका वल्लभं जानकी नायकं रामचन्द्र भजे हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे